I went to explore the city of Butte, Montana. I learned that it's known as the richest hill on earth around here, but despite its prosperous reputation, it's a double-edged sword because of the industrial waste from mining here from the late 1800s to early 1900s. Some people find the city of Butte to be straight up ugly and toxic, and I could agree since my ex lives there. However, I like Butte. The unique architecture and hills throughout the city give it character. And yes, Butte does seem quite drab, but the original buildings from the 19th century still stand here, making Uptown Butte one of the largest National Historic Landmarks in the USA. I don't know who would want to go to college here, but the city offers opportunities to learn about mining at Montana Tech, where you can get a degree in mining. Butte is still copper mining today. Even if you don't want to become a miner, the college has a mineral museum with a grand collection. The best attraction in Butte, though, has to be the World Museum of Mining. The museum is on the mine yard of the Orphan Girl Mine. I know what you're thinking, Orphan Girl, haunted. Some people speculate that it could be haunted, but it's actually called this from being isolated from the other Butte mines. You can go into the headframe of this mine and take a guided tour to the mine's underground tunnel and go into the mine shaft.
One candle power. Leave the light
It's the only mine in Butte that allows visitors. The tour lasts about an hour and a half, and afterwards you can check out their village that is from the 1800s.
Yeah, the World Mining Museum is so worth visiting. This is awesome.
If you're a real mine enthusiast, you'll want to visit the other mine headframes around the city. Luckily, most of them are labeled. The original is Butte's first mine, running from 1878 to 1976. Sometimes the mine yard is opened up for events like the Montana Folk Festival or firework viewing. The Stewart was Butte's most productive mine. The Con was the world's largest copper producer and also the deepest at 1 mile down. The Belmont was the hottest, reaching temperatures over 100 degrees. The Anselmo has the most well-preserved mine yard. The Kelly features 2 headframes and was the most technologically advanced mine. The Lexington is known for hosting the first Montana labor strike due to hazardous conditions. The Badger was the first to use the block caving method. The Granite Mountain Mine was the site of one of the deadliest mine disasters. It involved a fire, and there's a memorial dedicated to the workers who died in it.
On the evening of June 8, 1917, 410 men were lowered into the Granite Mountain shaft to begin another backbreaking night shift.
Then there's the Bell Diamond Mine, called this because the diamond headframe was moved to the Bell Mine. The Trevona is the one welcoming people off the highway into Butte with Butte painted on it. It was the largest silver and manganese producer. There's 2 other visible headframes, but you have to go to the Berkeley Pit viewing stand to see them because they are on the outskirts of the Berkeley Pit. There's the Modoc and the Parnell. This open pit mining began in Butte in the 1950s as a more cost-effective way of extracting metal ore from the ground. It took an environmental toll, though, since the water in the pit is the most toxic in Montana due to acid mine drainage. It will cost you a small fee to see this deceptionally beautiful water, and no, swimming is not allowed. They don't even want birds landing in the water because it's so toxic. You can see the Alice Pit for free, though. While in Butte, you may as well learn about the Copper Kings who ran the mining businesses. You can tour or stay at the Copper Kings Mansion, which was owned by William A. Clark, one of the 3 Copper Kings. The other 2 were Marcus Daly and F. Augustus Hines. The mansion tour goes into the history of Clark's life and his influence on Butte. He has some juicy history, even at Meadows Restaurant, a former bank that was robbed, and it's unknown who did it, though Clark's mine tunnel leads up to it. So yeah, Butte was where a lot of the minerals were mined, but they were processed in Anaconda, the town named after Marcus Daly's Anaconda Copper Mining Company. In Anaconda, you can see the smokestack, one of the world's largest freestanding structures, and learn more about Daly at the Copper Village Museum. Anaconda is such a weird name for a town. But back in Butte, don't miss out on seeing the M lit up at night atop Big Butte. The hill Butte is named after.